So I'm wearing a Bob Marley shirt, and it made me think of one of the things I really admire about him was he says the emancipation of mental slavery. And what does that really mean to me? Like, well, if you think about what society does to us, it wants to create mental slaves and not really have us in control of our mind, right? In control of our mind, meaning that it's like, because we're unstoppable. When you learn to control your mind, God just put this computer in our brain that's really unstoppable, right? And really what he's speaking of is that, like, we have all these external resources, right, that want to, control our mind and take control of our mind and get our mind distracted, because we have this power within our mind that's really can do anything that we put our mind to. And we got to fail, we fail a lot, that's what comes with, mind control, because you constantly have to push the limits of your mind, try different things that work, and ultimately that's how you gain control. But it's a lot of work. It's scary, like to be mentally free, and especially somebody like myself that's struggled with mental illness my whole life, and where mental illness was kind of like, even still to this day, like it's still cast in a shadow. It's a dark shadow. Like, why is it a bad thing? Like, why can't we talk about it? Like, I'm a person that's full of love, right? Just because I have an imbalance that may be somebody else, but I've learned to control it. It's still there, but I've learned to control it because I have power over my mind. And that's really, with society, it doesn't matter what side you pick. It's not about politics. This is not about religion. It's just society is ingrained that they don't want us to have control over our mind. Because when we have control over our mind, we're really unstoppable. We're unstoppable to the limits that we can do. But, we have to learn that, it goes with a lot of hard work. It goes with a lot of failure. Because to have control of your mind is a gift that we're all given from God. Like, God gave us this mind, right? He gave us this mind that's so immeasurably powerful, but he doesn't control it. He gave us the power to control it. So are we going to get distracted and take distractions or external resources to plummet that mind? You ever heard about that? Like the pineal gland, the third eye, like putting shit in our body, putting bad energy in our body, whatever it may be. That's going to fluctuate and get you distracted from mind control, right? So it also makes you arrogant. It can make you arrogant. It makes me arrogant at times. It could also make you super confident at times, but sometimes you just want to be, you want to just chill. But it's a gift that we're all given, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of failure. It's a lot of falling down and picking up. I'm 43. It's not like, that just happened. I always had the magic key. We all have the magic key inside of us, right? That magic key of like mind control, because one of my best friends, when I first met him, one of the things that he said to me was that, like, I'm jealous of all my friends because they're mentally free. When he said that, I'm like, wow, this kid's sharp. He gets it. Shit's deep, and mentally free just means basically, to me, when you struggle with, depression or anxiety, if you're struggling with it now, and where it really was a big battle in my life, where I have control over it now because control of my mind, it still happens, it still comes there. It's like that negative friend that knocks on the door. Like, I still got to let him in, give him some attention, pet him like a dog. But you have to learn is that when you have, control over your mind, you're able to limit, and it comes with a lot of like self-analyzation, like analyzing yourself, analyzing what you did wrong, but also comes with forgiveness, because we're always eternally forgiven, like Jesus died for all of our sins. We're eternally forgiven, whether you believe in Jesus or not, like God is there for us. God created us. He created us a beautiful being with this beautiful mind, not to put it to waste, to put it to its true capability. So that's why we're all different. Like, my capabilities of my mind are different than yours, that we could go. So mind control is a really powerful tool that we all have, but you gotta be willing to put in the work and not have the excuses. And not everybody has it, because we don't want to die with regret. We don't want to die with regret. We want to try everything, and we're afraid of failure. But you gotta fail, man. Failure is beautiful, and it's like you start manifesting things and seeing the future, and that's how it is. So really, it's it's discipline, it's forgiving yourself. This is what helps me. Like, you make mistakes, learning from failure. Like, this is really what mind control is. If you want it, you got to understand that, like, it's a lot of work. And it doesn't matter if you're somebody that's had a healthy lifestyle or maybe didn't deal with mental illness. It's still a lot of work. If you want that mind control and if you want everything you want in life, you got to put in the work. And you got to put the work in your mind. You got to do a lot of self-analyzation. You got to spend a lot of time alone and really analyze what works for you, what foods work for you, what drugs work for you, what job works for you, what friends work for you, like what people work for you, what ways making money work for you. Like, you got to analyze your whole life, and you have to fit those puzzle pieces together and come up with something that's really all good flowing energy that puts good energy, because, we dwindle. We like we're drowned. We're addicted to the negative, basically, in society. So, yeah. If you want mind control, you have it. The gifts are already there. Just look in the mirror and just be willing to put in the work and be willing to fail, be willing to self-analyze and really focus on having a relationship with yourself, and know that you're going to make mistakes, but you're going to learn from them. And that's how you're going to grow and prosper. And that's how you're going to basically have control of this beautiful gift that God gave us.